UCLA football agrees to stay in the Rose Bowl for another year. Hopefully the structure won't collapse. The Bruins and USC basketball appear to be on a collision course, battling for one NCAA tournament bid. And I totally hate to say this, but it sounds like the Rams are whining. Good morning. I'm James. And this is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos morning report. So, it is February 22nd, 2026. Welcome back to the home office. It's also Sunday, the Lord's Day. So if you believe, as I do, take a moment, thank Him for the blessings that you have in your life, like LA sports. And if you like being in the know about LA, clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's the notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know when we drop an update. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. By all means, comment, especially about the one strand of hair that keeps going in front of my eyes. Now, we have an expanded look at the scoreboard this morning because yesterday, I get it, major action in college basketball on the East Coast, but on the West Coast, UCLA 95, 10th ranked Illinois 94 in overtime. Donovan Dent goes coast to coast for an electrifying, buzzer-beating, game-winning layup. And yes, I know I will not be the first person to bring up Tyus Edney. The Bruins rallied from 23 down. It is a signature win for a team that desperately needed anything positive after that catastrophic road trip to Michigan. Eric Daly led the Bruins with 20, although he fouled out. But I cannot say this is going to save their season. It'll boost their resume, but not necessarily save the season, because UCLA and USC are trying to save themselves from the same sinking ship, because Oregon rallied past USC 71-70. The Trojans surrendered a 6-point lead with barely more than a minute to go. Not good. A devastating hit on any progress that this program has made under Eric Musselman, who, remember, was Mr. Quick Fix, which is exactly what USC paid the guy for after Andy Enfield hightailed it to Dallas. This hurts the odds of a tournament berth for the Trojans, a 20-win season for the Trojans, however you slice it. Now, Chad Baker-Mazara scored 21. Great, but still, USC and UCLA play twice in the next couple of weeks. The first time on Tuesday. The season appears to be on the line for both teams. If you look at these so-called bracketologists, half of them appear to have USC and UCLA as one of the first four out. The other half have UCLA and USC as one of the first four out. I just don't see how both of these flawed teams make the tourney. Just saying. Coin flip as to who gets out alive. Also, LAFC 3, Inter Miami 0. The Black and Gold humbled the defending MLS Cup champions at the Coliseum. 3 different LAFC players score, including Dennis Mwanga. As for today, Boston is at the Lakers at 3:30. Totally can't wait. And I acknowledge I am locking in on how much I despise Boston. It's the most racist city in this country. But we'll put that aside. Aside from the game, former Lakers coach Pat Riley will get a statue unveiled outside of Crypto.com Arena today. Orlando's at the Clippers at 6. John Collins won't play. You might recall the poor guy bounced his face off the court when they played the Lakers on Friday. And it is also Galaxy Game Day. New York City FC is going to be over at Dignity Health Sports Park at 4 o'clock. And I got to tell you, sports is it's a ruthless game. The Galaxy cut a revered MLS forward, Christian Ramirez, yesterday in order to become cap compliant. So with that out of the way, what do you say we get back to the news? UCLA football has decided to stay at the Rose Bowl, at least for this year, despite a breach of contract lawsuit filed by the stadium and Pasadena. Now, the city and stadium wanted to enforce a lease that would keep Bruins football there until 2044. Conversely, UCLA wanted to leave for SoFi Stadium in Inglewood for a list of reasons that are only slightly shorter than the list of reasons not to marry Jennifer Lopez. In the suit, UCLA notified the Rose Bowl, quote, "There's no way we're staying long term," unquote. So Saturday's announcement just feels like a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound at best. Now, I will acknowledge, like many things that has ailed UCLA football in recent years, this legal kerfuffle was a self-inflicted wound. We agree that playing turd-tacular football is a damn good reason not to go to Pasadena to catch a game. There's a reason that the Bruins struggle, even though they're in a Power 4 conference, how they struggle to even get $30K into that thing. But let's not act as if the Rose Bowl has been an amazeballs host to the program. I realize people get very romantic about their favorite team stadium. But the school has a point. A good point. Parking on a golf course is odd. Arriving and leaving in a residential neighborhood is a royal pain in the ace. Your ticket comes with a choice of either broken seats or metal bleachers. Lousy sight lines, long lines to dirty bathrooms, stale nachos, pretzels that are as hard as a rock, and a scoreboard that's smaller than your iPhone screen. Romance only goes so far. If that was your spouse, you would be taking out a third mortgage for the cosmetic surgery. So let's not get that part twisted. Now, if I were to guess, UCLA is simply regrouping because the rollout of this escape plan to SoFi went about as well as Trump's Liberation Day did to the Supreme Court. One of the biggest proponents of a move to SoFi Stadium, Stephen Agostini, was fired as UCLA's vice chancellor and chief financial officer. I don't say I can prove it's cause and effect, but it damn sure feels that way. Ben Bolch, formerly of the LA Times, he took up for the Rose Bowl, claiming that they're going to drop $30 million for premium seating at the south end of the bowl. $30 million. Ooh, pinch me. See, because the donors get caviar at a luxurious little picnic area behind one of the end zones. Everybody else, meanwhile, has to find an outhouse to go take a leak. So spare me with that. By the way, the Dodgers drop $100 million damn near every year on upgrades to Chavez Ravine every offseason. So, not impressed. Now, the sides are going to appear in court Friday for a case management conference, whatever the hell that means. And again, I do realize that there are many Bruins fans who prefer going to Pasadena. Pasadena as a city is quite charming. But no matter how much you romanticize it, it is a 103-year-old stadium that has fallen into disrepair. And I'm here to tell you, when you deal with a publicly owned stadium in California, improvements for the hoi polloi, the little serfs, people like you and me, to make going to a football game actually fun. Oh, improvements like that for us never happen. It's the reason the Raiders returned to Oakland. The Coliseum promised the Raiders and USC for decades that they were going to improve the Coliseum, make it the go-to spot for football. Never happened. USC finally said to hell with it and paid for the promised upgrades themselves. Don't be surprised if that's the long-term game from the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Now, if you're a UCLA fan, you're totally welcome to tell me where I'm wrong. Back when Sean McVay first led the Rams to a Super Bowl in 2019, one of the stops along the way was a road playoff win in New Orleans. And what made that particular win memorable was listening to former Saints coach Sean Payton bellyache and cry for months about a pass interference that wasn't called. He worked tirelessly to change the replay rules because of that. He wanted to throw a challenge flag to create a call, not to overturn a bad call. No, to create pass interference. And why am I happy that he spent that many months complaining, aside from the Rams winning? Because this is a guy who was suspended for taking part in placing bounties on opposing players, allegedly. The NFL suspended him for a year. So the way Sean Payton looks at things, paying to injure players, trying to cover it up, that's not a big deal. But pass interference, why can't I challenge? Right? Now, I'm not saying the Rams are targeting opponents, but what they're about to try and do is reminiscent of Payton's relentless whining. And I hate saying it because I am a Rams fan, but this is wrong. The Rams are proposing at least one rule change, possibly more, that would have stopped the odd 2-point conversion that happened up in Seattle during the regular season. Now, if you don't recall, on a 2-point conversion for the Seahawks, quarterback Sam Darnold attempted a quick pass to running back Zach Charbonnet. But the ball hit Jared Verse's helmet, ultimately fell to the ground, rolled into the end zone while the whistle was blown. Charbonnet, after the whistle blew, picked the ball up just inside the goal line, began walking away. Everybody thought that it was a botched 2-point attempt. Only the location of where the ball hit Verse and the carom didn't make it a forward pass. It was a lateral ruling. Thus, it was a live ball that went into the end zone. Everybody thought it was incomplete, unsuccessful. Now look, had the 2-pointer not counted, the game doesn't go to overtime because the Rams would have won. Had it not gone to overtime, the Rams would have earned home field advantage in the playoffs. Had the Rams had a home field advantage in the playoffs, maybe that changes things in the NFC Championship game. This is the problem with my proposal from the Rams. It's all based on ifs. If. And by the way, we don't even know specifically what the Rams want to change. They don't even know specifically what they're trying to change. This is a bad look. Again, Rams fan, but I know a bad look when I see it. This isn't the Tuck rule, where the Raiders clearly got screwed. This is about one in a long line of flukes on a bad Thursday night, all of which happened to go Seattle's way. Something that I haven't seen in 58 years of watching football, and I don't imagine I will ever see it again, just like I haven't seen another Tuck rule. The Rams will be better off dropping the matter entirely and simply focus on improving the team for next year. The Dodgers placed Kike Hernandez on the 60-day injured list, which is totally expected. He had off-season surgery, and everybody involved knew that recovery would stretch into the regular season. So the Dodgers then turned around. They picked up Jack Suwinski, formerly of Pittsburgh. He hit 26 homers as a rookie back in 2023, but he strikes out a ton, dude. He misses so many pitches. He's like a one-man wind turbine. He could basically take up the power slack that always happens in the summer due to bad infrastructure. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Talk to me, for example, about what you believe UCLA football should do regarding its games after 2026. Or for that matter, who does make it to the NCAA tournament, UCLA or USC? And if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We're talking LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James, and we'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Key on Court to El Queso production. Take care.